Welcome dear friends, in this video we will solve MCQs based preliminary test for CSS 2025 conducted by FPSC on 17 November 2024. From question 101 to 105 are asked from this passage. The studio was filled with the rich color of roses, and when the light summer breeze stirred amidst the trees of the garden, there came through the open window the sweet murmur of the fountain, or the more subtle music of the bees as they moved from flower to flower. From the corner of the divan of Persian saddlebags on which he was lying smoking, as was his custom, innumerable cigarettes, Lord Henry Wotton could just catch the gleam of the honey-sweet and honey-colored blossoms of the laburnum, whose tremulous branches seemed hardly able to bear the burden of a beauty so flame-like as theirs. And now and then the fantastic shadows of birds in flight flitted across the long tussore-like curtains and that were stretched in front of the huge window, producing a kind of momentary Japanese effect and making him think of those pallid, jet-faced painters of Tokyo who, through the medium of an art that is necessarily immobile, seek to convey the sense of swiftness and motion. The sullen murmur of the bees shouldering their way through the long unmown grass, or circling with monotonous insistence around the dusty gilt awns of the straggling woodbine, seemed to make the stillness more oppressive. The dim roar of London was like the bourdon note of a Dutch organ. Which word most accurately completes the blank at the end of passage 1? Distant. Which sensory experience is most dominant in passage 1? Auditory. What is the effect of the momentary Japanese effect created by the shadows of birds in flight? It creates a sense of swiftness and moment. Which title best captures the overall mood of passage 1? A sense of distance and removal. In passage 1, the word tremulous most nearly means wavering or trembling. Question 106 to 109 are asked from this passage. The Dublin of Joyce's youth was a city of paradoxes, where piety and profanity, nationalism and cosmopolitanism went hand in hand. It was a city of narrow streets and narrow minds, where the Catholic Church held sway over the lives of its citizens and where the British Crown exercised a distant but palpable authority. Yet it was also a city of wit and humor, of satire and irony, where the likes of Oscar Wilde and George Bernard Shaw had honed their craft. Joyce's own family embodied these contradictions. His father, John Stanislaus Joyce, was a singer and a drinker, a devout Catholic and a fervent nationalist who nonetheless harbored a deep love of Shakespeare and a disdain for the pretensions of the Irish middle class. What is the author's overall tone towards Dublin in the passage 2? Ambivalent. Which description best summarizes Dublin as depicted in passage 2? A city of contradictions that combine opposing qualities. What does passage 2 suggest about John Stanislaus Joyce? He embodied several personal and ideological contradictions. Which writer is explicitly mentioned in passage 2 as part of Dublin's cultural tradition? Oscar Wilde. Who joined the All India Muslim League in 1913? Muhammad Ali Jinnah. What is the official title and period of Pakistan's federal policy approving in 2025 to promote electric and other new energy vehicles? New Energy Vehicles Policy 2025 to 30. Who won the 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature? Hong Kong. Who served as Prime Minister of the Netherlands from October 2010 to July 2024. Mark wrote, in which province is Hingol National Park located? Balochistan. From which new wonder of the world did Mehdi Issa begin his record-setting 2024 journey? The Great Wall of China. Which landmark appears on the reverse of Pakistan's 10 rupee circulation coin? Faisal Mosque. How many member states constitute the United Nations Human Rights Council? 47. What was the central theme of World Environment Day 2024? Land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience. Who was elected President of the International Court of Justice on 3 March 2025? Iwasawa Yuji. The natural rock formation known as the Princess of Hope is located in which province of Pakistan? Balochistan. Which former Prime Minister of India received Pakistan's Nishani Pakistan Award? Morarji Desai. The name Taj Mahal, often translated as Crown of the Palace, comes from which language? Persian. KP Sharma Oli became Prime Minister in July 2024 of which country? Nepal. What type of astronomical object is the Sun? A star. Who is known as Babai Sindh? Haider Bakhsh Jatui. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed.